get used to my dumbass intros eventually. My name is Phil. I do visual effects. I did visual effects for Mpakani season 1 as a visual effects supervisor. And we've been doing a small series of overviews of what we've been doing for the series. So today, we're going to talk about day to night conversion. Yes, I know people shoot at night. There are those who shoot during the day, but sometimes you might need a night scene and you don't have the footage. All the footage you have is a day scene. Before I even go into what we did, I'd like to refer you to a movie called Mad Max Fury Road. Once Furiosa had fled away into the desert with the ladies, there are scenes which all of a sudden turned into night and they have a blue tint. Just do your own research and go and check how they converted those day scenes to look like night. Even for us in Mpakani, we did a bit of conversion. It was a bit of a challenge since I had not done a day to night conversion. And just a small hint, or is it an advice? I don't know. I don't know what to call it. For such kind of scenes, it's better to be prepared way ahead. So, for example, if you know you're going to shoot all your scenes during the day, you might choose certain scenes and be like, okay, so these scenes, we're going to convert them into night scenes. Prepare them well, find the right lighting, and even the lenses matter, by the way. How much of the light information is getting through the lens, so that once they go and convert into the night scene, we still have enough information to beam back on the screen. So let's jump into our edit suite. I think I'm going to add that in After Effects, me jumping. But don't hold your breath. I'm not very sure if I'll do it. And let's see what we did for the day to night conversion in Mpakani.
This is a scene. No, not the lorry. The lorry is just footage that we got. But this is a scene that happened in episode 2 at the very end, when Ratemo was showing Inspector Torome the footage of a lorry crossing a border point at night. So let me show you what actually happens, because there's a before, then you will see the after. Okay. So this happened during the cut when we were editing the series, episode 2. So a problem arose where we needed a night scene of a lorry crossing a border point. So, and we had this footage. So the task was to convert this footage into a night scene. I'd never done it before, but I took the challenge and I decided, let me do it and learn some things along the way. So I'll show you what happened, what I did. It's not a step-by-step, just an overview of what I did for this scene. So let me just deactivate all my layers that I used for this scene, so I'll show you layer by layer what I was doing for every scene. So this is the original plate of the lorry. So I did a duplicate of it, so that if I mess it, I don't lose the original plate. So I did some effects, adjustments to the footage before I actually did a tint. The first thing I did was to track. I had to track this scene. So I did a 3D track and I got all these points. So I created my null along this region at the front, because I knew the lights are what are going to dictate how this scene looks like. The intensity of the lights is going to light up this scene. So I created a camera, 3D camera, and my null. So this is actually a solid. but you can still make it a null. You can parent every other layer to this solid. Let me just go back to my footage. So after I got all my points, I did a bit of an adjustment on the brightness and contrast, because now it's a night scene. Things are going to be darker. The things which are actually in darkness will be more darker. And then I wanted the highlights to pop out a bit, so that once I put my tint to indicate that this upper part of the lorry is being lit by a moonlight. So I applied a tint, a bluish tint. So as you can see already, we have a difference. You can go with this if at all you don't want to do a lot. And then so after giving a tint just to show like a moonlight, then I went ahead and figured out this region at the front, of the lorry will receive a lot of light. So once the headlights are emitting light, the light which is cast on the ground bounces back to other surfaces, not only the lorry but even to the environment. So I knew this front part will catch a bit of reflective light, so I put a layer to indicate like a bit of a bounce light. Then now building up on that, I created my lights, and these are just shape layers with a glow effect. I applied a small glow effect to them. Then, and by the way, make sure all your layers are 3D. They have to have you have to convert them to 3D. And I used an add blend mode. Then I added an ambient light layer. So this is not the direct light. This is more of like the light that is scattering all over the place, being bounced around on the surface of the road, the grass, the bushes, and all that stuff. Then I did my direct light. Now this is now the spotlight. You see this region over here? This is now the direct light from the headlights. So this is actually almost like a spotlight, and they're actually two. So because from this side and this side, so I created those two, and they actually parented back to the null. So if the lorry moves, it moves together with those layers. So everything has been parented, because I knew as the lorry moves, all these things need to move together with the lorry. Then I added more darkness to the shadow on the ground, because things are going to get more and more darker now as we continue, because this is a very barren area. It's a desolate area. There are no buildings, there are no street lights, there's nothing. So the only thing emitting light is this lorry. So the environment will actually be more dark as we progress. At the back, I added a bit of braking lights. So as you can see, we have braking lights at the back. So I created a small a bounce light for the braking lights at the back. Now right now it looks very saturated with red, but as I added more layers, the saturation will go down, and then just give a hint of a light at the back. Then now the environment now became darker. This is a gradient layer. I just added a gradient layer to with a multiply hard light mode, so that the environment looks more darker, because it's just bushes, by the way, and hills. There's nothing much happening in this environment. Then now this is for the lorry. You see, now you can see the silhouette of the lorry before, after. So now we punched in the silhouette of the lorry, and this is actually, it was just a solid which I applied a mask, and this mask is animated, so it's almost like rotor work. So as the lorry moves, the mask moves together with the lorry, and even as it does a 360 turn towards the camera, the mask is animated to that. So this is actually, it was rotor work. Yeah, those are the things that people don't like doing, but you have to do. if you want to achieve better results. Then I added now the rays from the headlights. Now these are the rays. This is just to create an illusion that these headlights are emitting light. This is just an illusion, just to show the audience that, hey, there's light emitting from these headlights, but they're just layers of stuff that you just added on top. Then my last layer, I applied null light factory. Null light factory. They are very nice lens flare effects. So I added this to the headlights, so to make them look like they're affecting our lenses. And that's it. That's how we did this scene. So as you can see, now everything now has turned from day to night. And that was actually not the end. Now the sad part comes in. Now we had to take this entire footage, which, if you ask me, I would have loved this footage to play the way it is on a big screen. But now we had to take all this footage and minimize it and put it in this graphic. So this is the graphic that Ratemo shows Torome when they arrive back at the camp. So let me just play. See there's a, you can see I squeezed the lorry into this frame. So this is where I put the lorry. So actually, if you ask some people if they notice the lorry, they'll be like, which lorry are you talking about? Yeah, it was in episode 2, the very end. Now this is not actually even the end frame. The end frame was actually even smaller than this. So we took it, minimized it, and made it a floating graphic that Ratemo will be showing Torome. So yeah, those are the things that happen. You just need to live with them. You might do a lot of work, then whatever you are doing just to be minimized and put like a footnote on a screen somewhere that nobody will not even notice. Yeah, so just a bit of advice for the guys who want to do this kind of work. Just practice and practice a lot. Go and download footage from online. I know there are many sites which offer what can I say, like they are free. You can use them the way you want. Drone shots of cities. Take those types of footage and turn them into night scenes. Yeah, if there are vehicles driving down the street, give them headlights. Generate all the bounce light that is coming from the buildings and all the advertisement which are lit up, the neon signs and all that stuff. Like create an entire night scene from a day scene using drone footage of a city. And slowly by slowly you'll start learning the shortcuts. Some of these things, the more you do them, the more you know the shortcuts of doing them. Yeah. So yeah, this is what we did, and see you on the next one. Thank you.